So Twitch Jungle on Europe West currently Master Plus has an 85.7% win rate of 7 games. 6 of those 7 games were me. We'll be going through them today. I'll talk you through all of it and hopefully give you some knowledge as to how to play it. So by watching this video, I hope you learned something. And also globally, it has a 61% win rate. A few more games, but the people that have been playing globally have been going some odd choices in terms of items, and they clearly did not watch my latest AP optimization guide. So that is slightly unfortunate. But yeah, we're going to quickly go through 6 games today of Twitch Jungle. I will talk you through most of my thought process in all of the games, and we'll go from there. So again, starting from here, 21-1-4. We'll be going through this one. And I also want to just mention that I do coaching. I can do VOD reviews. I can do play reviews. If you have a particular play you'd want to know how to do better, this is mostly in link to Rate My Glide. I also do one-day coaching on Europe West only. Check out my Discord if you're interested in prices, or it'll be in my comment section below. I do coaching for jungle, ADC, support, and mid lane. Twitch mostly, because that's where I'll give you the most value. So again, if you're looking for some other coaching, then don't really come to me, I think. But I can, of course, help you out. But I think the most value you'll get with me will be through Twitch. So immediately starting the game here, you can see that I'm pinging to stack red. In Champ Select already, I did tell them to stack red. I do this every single game. I put a ward here, and you'll see why. Because as this game goes on, we can see that the Warwick looks for an invade. Now I think my team collapsed on this guy a bit poorly. We should have been 2 or 3 people left. 2 left, 2 right or something. I mean, I went right because I knew he would do this. Kind of does suck though. But luckily he got baited. Jhin started W, so everything is good. I get the kill. And now I'm low, right? Does that mean I recall? No. I just hope that I don't get invaded. Ideally, you'd want your mid laner to stand here until minions come as well. Because you will get invaded a lot. And doing whatever you can. Oftentimes I will just linger here until 125 just to make sure that no one comes. But it is the #1 thing that will happen. And to talk you through my clearing, I'll do 4 attacks E, then I E instantly again when it's available, smite, leave it at that, throw W here, and then I auto attack the large one, E when I can, and then I wait for the poison on this one to almost run out. This game I didn't do it, but ideally that's what you want to do. I have a full clearing guide though if you want to watch that. But we're just going to play through this now. I just keep full clearing. As you can see, I asked my bot lane to ward here as well. We'll see why I asked for that in another game. And another game, and another game, because it did happen 3 games. But yeah. Because I uploaded a video, or like post on Reddit recently where I said like, yo, Twitch Jungle is broken, trust me. Then I linked this game here. And someone's like, you're lucky that the Nunu or the Warwick didn't fuck you up. Right? But you can see the measurements I'm taking here to avoid that. And this one I'm dragging here for more than one reason. You basically want to drag your camps to positions where you have more overview, right? So if you're doing blue as an example, it's good to drag it out and stand somewhere where you can see everything. Same thing with wolves. You want to stand here or here. So you have more vision of everything. So you can see if someone is coming. Because if someone is coming, you are most likely running. Then you need those bot gank here. And they int, right? Nunu flashes in, whatever. We play it out. And it works out extremely well for us. And you can tell that they are tilted. Alright. After this, they just try and contest me a little bit. Flash for the Emilio there, kill him. Diana gets fucked as well. So at this point, the game is really good. I'm going green here. You can go red or green. I don't think blue has any place at all on Twitch Jungle. I didn't used to go green. But someone mentioned it to me lately. I was like, could be worth it, you know? So that's what I do. I hold the wave here for And this is just jungle things in general. If you want to help out your lane after a gank, just hold away for them. They'll be really happy. Then I gank mid lane again on 6. As I take sweeper usually early, just to sweep my jungle to make sure that no one warded there. Then I gank top lane. I play it slow here because otherwise if I overcommit he might get me. And you can see here, I want to talk through this. Because I had a hunch that Diana was here. Right? So in this scenario, I used my Q just to check. And I was late, right? But we can see that doesn't really matter. Like, it wasn't that late, but... Right? And then I walk back out again. So this is something you can do with your Q to use the face check. Albeit I should have been a bit more awake here and gone back instantly. It still worked out, right? Because this is one of the things you want to do. It's like you want to W bushes, you want to Q into bushes, you want to play a bit paranoid, right? Be scared. And at this point I have a huge lead. I could do top of bar here. Obviously I was just top lane. And at this point I feel like the game felt a bit messy, so I didn't really have like any particular plan on what I wanted to do. But I end up doing dragon, as we can see. Because bot lane is prio. Mid is there as well. And if we get a fight now, it's good. Generally speaking though, when it comes to ganking or like taking dragons, what you want to do is look for 6, kill bot lane, and then you can look for dragon, right? That's like a standard play for Twitch. But this game is a bit abnormal due to how the game played out, right? With them inting or whatnot. I have a feeling that Nunu's on Void Grub, so I just opt to take one of his jungle camps. Here I take everything. And here it goes a bit badly. No, it didn't. But most of the time on Twitch, you just want to get a lead, maintain it through farming. Gank sometimes, and yeah. So here, he flashes on me, right? Then he ults. I misplay this, because I thought we'd maybe have the damage, right? So I didn't feel like flashing, but then he barely did more than I expected. And I obviously should have flashed way earlier here, and there was a massive misplay for me. But it is what it is. Sometimes you just get a bit easy. You just expect people to die, so you don't really think about it too much, and you just think you'll run people over, but then it ends up not happening. So yeah, whenever you get a lead, just try and play out your lead. Just farm consistently, help when you can, but prioritize taking farms and camps, and then take objectives when available. Same thing here, right? Like, I'm not sitting in the pit. Like, obviously, that vision 2, and I wanted to kind of prevent that from seeing that. Now all the camps are dead. Top lane is kind of pushing. My only place to go here is bot lane, so I just go for a play. Hope it works out. Melee walks up, thankfully, right? Now he's just back to farming again, I would think. I don't remember these games exactly. And you can see this pink there, right? You want to check the bushes. I didn't do that here. But usually when you Q something in the jungle, although you always, like, you shouldn't always do that, it will help you spot these kind of wards. Because oftentimes they'll ward here, they'll ward here, they'll ward there. So just be aware of that. In regular games, it is extremely important that you don't get noticed, because people will look to collapse on you. And that is your number one weakness on Twitch, is to get collapsed on. Now it's back to full clearing again. Top lane is really to be played on, right? Recall here, go my item, now I'm going for Banshee. Stops the Warwick ultimate from being able to land on me if that is to be the case, if I'm opening them on in distance. But now at this point I can just run everyone down with Banshee because they can't really do anything to peel me off. Instant recall of my item again. And now we're looking for Dragon. I'm just taking some camps. And now we'll see the Banshee in play, right? Let's look at that again. Again, could be better, could sidestep it, could do a lot of things better. I just feel like I'm giga strong and I'm not really thinking about it. But still, have the flashy flashes. But after that, it's usually fine. Outside of ult, Warwick has a really time hard sticking on people. Which is why I think most people need to go Stridebreaker and Warwick. Because it just makes the champion more playable in general. Yeah, you can see the repeat pattern here. Gank when available. Focus on farming. Play safe in the jungle. And don't try and overforce something. Just play the game out normally. Again, Twitch isn't a champion that will just be able to go wherever and take stuff. You want to have dragons in team fights, right? And then play the game out like that. So, no matter how ahead you are on Twitch, it is very difficult to end the game extremely early. So you just have to play the game out. You can see how I'm even killing them here, right? Now just pushing. Recall again, you could say this is a bit greedy, but I'm just stopping Diana from pushing, I think. And like, there's no need to overforce anything. Like, if we all recall or whatever, like, the game will end now anyway. You could say that I could be there, like, it's fine, whatever. Like, the game is just over anyway. It's like, you could say it's a mistake for me not to be there, I can agree with that. But there's no wrong here. Outside of it just dying. That's the only, like, big mistake. That could happen. Alright. Moving to the next game. I went collected this game. Because, as you can see, we have 4 AP. Right? Cassio, Galio, Nico, and me. So although I initially went AP here because I was so sad, like, I'm gonna just play AP Twitch jungle, I did change my decision layout. So here again, same pan, no tricks, stack. You could argue it's a bad idea because I have an Annie, and if they're all 4 here, we get 4-man stun, 5-man stun, whatever, it's gonna be bad. But most of the time, just because we have that vision, like, we have the advantage by being in the bush, you will automatically, like, almost win every invade, no matter how bad they like, how strong the comp is. Here you can kind of see that lingering that I'm talking about. Like, I'm just standing here in case Insao tries something until 125 and then I leave. Like, it's not perfect. Like, again, I would have loved some longer vision there, just in case. But I can't really do anything about it. I could ask for mid lane, I didn't do that. I've tried to think about ways of how to do this if I was to play Twitch jungle more consistently. I would maybe make some short video or like PowerPoint just to explain everything. I could do that still. If people are very interested in jungle content and you want something like that, that's definitely something I can do. Like a quick PowerPoint to help people understand how to play with Twitch jungle. Did I have vision here? Oh yeah, we had... Wait. I'm pretty sure I'm the one. Let's look again. Let's go on our vision. Yeah. So we have the standard ward here. And at this point I can see that he's cleared his entire bot side. And he paths here. Right? I'm instantly on it. Casty as well, apparently. So that we know he's gonna come in somewhere. We all moved too early though, so he like catches on to the fact that we're probably coming. And he tries to get away, but it's too late. Now, now since he died, I don't feel the need to go to this instantly because it is better for me to just take my jungle camps first. So I have time here. I have a feeling that since I was going to be anywhere now, it's going to be top lane, right? So I think I throw a ping in Cassio. Oh no, I don't. Or maybe I did. That's my said something. I don't remember. In situations like this, it's good to let them know that they're going to be top lane, because that's the only play they have, unless they are going bot lane and skipping their camps. Cassie wants me to gank here. I was pathing top. We can look at this again. So I was recalling here and I said I'm coming top. Don't die, whatever. So like all my Cassie had to do is not die now. Because now I'm pathing and I'm coming straight top lane. I think I even buy boots. Yeah. Because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just go top lane. So like I int my purchase here, kind of a fun, but because I wanted the Dark Seal. But I just wanted to get top lane fast. But then Cassie fights. Ideally though, I'd want to go something like Blasting Wand. So now I'll take this camp. And then I ended up muting this Cassio. Like, you shouldn't do this because it is so int. But it works out. But like, this is just, I'm annoyed because the Cassio is like perma-pinging, crying. Now the Q thing spots the pink ward, right? So I kill that. Alright, and now I felt they were on dragon. Alright, so I pinged that aggressively. Yeah, you can see I'm signaling to fight. We didn't have vision, but I just kind of like knew that they were there, right? So we go. I go for the dragon. To me, I wouldn't really care if people die there if I got the dragon. Because I'm still up so I can farm. Now I'll take my jungle again. I'm pretty sure after this time I'm going to recall. Yeah. And here we can see another thing, right? Like I had a hunch that my red will be gone now. Because we took dragon, right? So unless I immediately recalled, I wouldn't be able to be on my red. So I had a hunch that my red is gone now. So I asked Galio, check my red. Please check my red. You can see I'm pinging, check my red. He checks it. So now I'm like, okay, I just clear my bot side. I know my red is gone. So now I have no play. Now I can go straight bot lane. I can look for a gank there. But again, the Cassio spam pinging, I think. So I don't remember exactly what to do here. But I know that I have time. Because I just assume this is gone. So then I assume this can be gone. That might not be true though. Yeah, that is up, right? So now I just have time to play. So I just go bot lane again. I didn't have to go here, check the camps, waste my time, because I know it's gone. So no, the only thing I can focus on is see where I can go look for an invade if I want to be like that. Because that's what Sin I did. I would assume. He thought I went here and then I took his bot side. And he can't contest that because my bot lane was there, right? So like, since I gave it his bot side jungle after the dragon to take my jungle. Right, and alternatively, I could have known that. I could have took his red side jungle, but again, I don't really like invading a lot of cases because you are so prone to being collapsed and dying. So even though it most likely would have worked, I just didn't feel like doing that because it is very risky anyway. But I do go for the camp here. And I might actually go for the red 2 now after this. Went for the Nami though. A bit weird pathing from her, just whatever. Yeah, I just left the red completely here. She did war the red, I assume on Sin's house request. Again, I just have time to play here. Dragon is spawning soon. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I'm sacking some tempo here, like from personal tempo, like recalling, getting items, becoming strong, farming jungle, just to get these dragons, because it's good. We can't take them, so why not? Like, I'm not extremely strong. If they were to fight to be able to fight there, we most likely would lose it, right? Oh, already at this point, I think I muted the Cassio, actually, yeah. Now it's the same thing again. just ganking whenever available. Farming. Camps are up top side. Take them. Look for some small fights. Take the herald because available. Pick up some kills. Recall, get my item. Now I'm going for collector. Dragon is spawning again. Take that. Dying here is kind of bad because all my camps are up. But it's fine. Go top side because that's where most of my camps are. Take them all. Path downwards. Now again, just playing the spikes, right? I'm inting my build a bit. But Varus is pathing top, so I'm going for him. This is risky. I didn't actually know if I would win this because, again, I'm gimping my items here. Like, if I had Death Cap or components of Death Cap, I'd feel more comfortable. I still do have Collector though, but it's a bit of a weird mix. Clear my jungle, even though my team is team fighting or fighting bot lane. Take the Alticon. Do some more farming. Get my Hurricane. And this build is troll, just make that clear, right? You should obviously make the decision to go AD way earlier and not go for the Nash's Tooth. But I didn't do that. And it is nearing soul point, as you can see, so I'm just on dragon here. Like, I'm not wanting to fight, I just want to secure the dragon. Sorry. I'm a bit sick. Like, there is no world where not getting the dragon there, no matter, like, giving up some pressure for, like, 2 seconds is better. Or worse. Back to farming again. Because, again, when you have these big leads and you're around objective or something, you are much stronger. And it's way less risk than taking random fights. So my only goal is to just become strong for the certain points, like the dragons and stuff. And then whenever I can... in the meantime, like during that waiting time, then I just go for some kills. Of course, sometimes I do spend some extra time ganking or helping our laners something. But again, just heavy focus on farming. Now this game. What did I go this game actually? On full AP. This one I don't remember at all. But I think I got tilted this game too. Yeah, because I stopped playing Twitch Jungle after this game. Do the same thing again, as for the stack. We can see they're invading my top side for some reason, I'm not sure why. Because normally junglers will path from top to bot most of the time regardless of the situation. But Twitch Jungle, I just like to start right anyway. And like, by asking for this stack, there's no random person standing here, right? So they're not dying to this anyway. And then I ask my Sion to ward my blue. He did that, okay. I don't know why I stopped playing this game then. I felt like I didn't want to play any more Twitch Jungle. We'll find out. Again, full clearing. I think I screwed this one up. I remember screwing one up. Yeah, I screwed this one up. Yeah. Very rare. But still annoying. Because you can see I'm extremely late. I'm playing it safe, walking around here, checking if anyone's in that bush by my Q. And now I see Xin Sao there. And now I'm going to top lane to gank Yasuo, but then my Sion TPs, which prompts Yasuo to go back. So like, I'm overcommitting here to a play that I know is not going to work on the fact that I'm hoping that the Yasuo is extremely stupid, which he isn't. But he is at the same time, because he's still staying. Right. And because of this, I didn't take my Grump. I went for the top layer. If not, I would have just gone Grump and then Scuttle. But now it is a bit awkward, right? And go top lane to try gank. But he dies. So I just take this. Try to take this. And then I leave. Now I recall. I could also alternatively go take this. It doesn't really matter. But I can leave it too. There's no difference. Because I'm not going to be there again until wolf spawn anyway. Because the time is so off now. Back to farming jungle. I asked Nami to water the dragon there. And she watered there. Right, not very useful. But I think it's a bot lane that I kind of tilted out here. Yeah. They get dragon with no vision. It is what it is. Ooh, and then I get invaded. I'm pretty sure I sensed that. Or something, which is why I went mid instead. Again, if they just take an objective and you're red spawning or something, it is very, very likely that they're gonna go there. Same thing if they take the void grubs and your red is just spawning. It is very likely that they're gonna go there. So I'll just go ahead instead. Take that one camp, don't overcommit, right? And now I'm taking voids. My laner came to help here though. Otherwise I would have just took one. We get two here, and I kinda int. Or die, however you wanna call it. We get two void grubs though, so it's fine. Now again, kinda sensing that he's doing my blue buff, so I don't really care about that. Just go for Danny. He didn't spend enough time in my jungle. Sorry. But I knew that my blue was gone, because when he was in the bush here, or somewhere, I checked the timer and it's blue, and I saw that was very new. So I knew that he had took my blue. So that's something you can do too. If someone takes a buff something, or you see someone buffs, you can click on them, check the timer on the buffs. If they're like fresh, they must have been very close to where they took them, which means it is the one that belongs to the one closest. And if they're red or blue is the closest one to you, and they just have that fresh, because it's the opposite, right? Then that means they took yours. Since I was invading again, they're on dragon, can't really contest it. Again, he's been my top side, right? I'm kind of like expecting it, but it seems like he's leaving this camp. It's like arguably like in this situation I could go up there, but I just assume it gone because I don't want to waste any more time, so I just leave it. If one camp is gone, or if like the blue's gone, and I know that, I don't usually check past that. If I see these are up because it is relatively close to check, then I'll just take it. But I just assume the rest gone. Because I want to go back to doing things that I know I can do consistently. Blue wasn't even up. Okay, I don't... But yeah, he was there, so I didn't check. I just assume things gone when he's there. We'll enable fog again. It doesn't matter if I'm correct or not when I say the blue thing, but it's such a general principle of not wasting time if you see someone in your jungle and like one camp is missing or something. Just most of the time you're just gonna go look to do something else. Now I'm just taking the dragon. I'm going into the pit here. Because I know I'm gonna have to flash to escape this, right? I can't walk around anyway, I can't stand there. So I have to be in the pit to take the dragon. And my goal is to take that. Don't get my death cap yet. So a big goal for me right now in this kind of situation is just to get my death cap. I don't want my team to int, I want my team to focus on playing with the death cap spike. Right. My team is pushing here. It is fine. But ideally, I want at least my fights to be centered around death cap, which I get now. So now I'm feeling confident in fighting Attica, and you can even see that I'm pinging it. Still have to be careful though, because a lot of people are in our jungle. Oh, I remember this game now. Okay, so we lose this Attica. This entire sequence was bad because my Lucian died. Okay, I remember this now. Because I got flamed for this. They overstay, right? We'll just look at this sequence because I want you guys to understand. Atkan is the play. Lucian overstays, right? Our frontliner, the one we need to face check first, is top lane, and he wants to TP in for the play. This is never the correct thing to do. Sign exists as a tank, not to come and TP on the play, but to walk in and to like lead us into the place. Because we cannot face check, we cannot walk first. Alright, so Sign should be here already walking with us. I'm bot lane. And my team is top for whatever reason. Because if we know that they're not on Atkan, there's no need to go. Right, we're down one member, there's no need to take this fight. We just want to see if they're on Atkan or not. If not, we just wait for them to be there. If not, we just join up together, wait for us to be 5, and then we go. Right? Our team just gets batted together here. Sign TPs does something late. Like, entire team just ints, and then they get mad at me. But I played this correctly. They did a bad adaptation to the game. It is not the correct play, though. I don't care what anyone would say. It is just not the correct play to take there. Because we had down one member as well. Even though we could fight. And right here, I'm just checking. Because, like, if I can smite this, I'll go for it. Alright, but Yasuo throws a random tornado there, hits me. So I'm like, hey, fuck it. Let's just YOLO and see what happens. Because if I play this, like, semi-decent, I'll get 1 or 2. And I'm fine with that. But, like, I'm not fine with it, but I'm tilted, you know? Because at this point, the prior we were winning. Evolution just ended up going around dying randomly, like right before objectives every time. Right. Now there's a lot more action. I still won't get my red though. I don't care about these fights. Like, again, like, if they're on the objective, fine, we can fight. If not, there's no need. And, again, I kind of inter, like, I'm frustrated, which is why I ended up playing this as my last game. I'll walk down here and get hit by the Sin South W. If I didn't, this would have been fine. It's just kind of unlucky at the same time. Because if I played this fight better, we definitely could have done it. But again, I'm pretty sure it was Lucian or someone that died, yeah, right? We just want to wait for them to be on the objectives. Or look for a player's 5. But there's no need, so I'm just taking my jungle camps again, but they're pushing. Because I'm waiting for them to get in position here, right? We are not going to engage on them before they get into a certain spot. And here, that is our turret. Right, so I'm just taking camps or whatever in the meantime, waiting. I get exhausted here, they jump me. I get some good damage off though. You can see I'm pinging dragon here. Because I want our team to take dragon. Lucian dies to Braum. Right. Like, it was the same pan this entire game. Like, they're just randomly fighting somewhere, which is not what you want. Like, I'll stand by the fact that I'm playing, even though, like, you could make the argument that if I don't go to the camp, I join the team fight, we win. It's not the correct play. Right? But sometimes you have to make adaptations, which I'm kind of bad at sometimes, especially frustrated. But for a champion like Twitch that is very like spike-centric and cooldown reliant, ult reliant, etc., you should look to make the most impact in one fight and not look to like take like one random small fight with like all your commitment. Because most of the time you need a lot to win a fight. And if you use that a lot on a random small fight, then it's not really good. I try and play this fight slow, right? You can see that I'm just sitting on the outside, getting my Q reset again, hitting him, hoping he dies. To my poison, but I only get 1 auto attack. So I kind of thought that Braum would die here. But I'm just pulling back out again. And even though you can make, like, it's not good what I did on Braum, because I put myself in a risky position. And I shouldn't have done that. But if I would have got the kill, then it would have been fine. Now he's just lingering on the Braum. Running away again because I know he's going to die to my poison. Right? And overall, I played as well. I did like 1 or 2 mistakes in the team fight, but overall, it was one of the better ones. I called for an end here. I think. Yeah. My Lucian wasn't sure, but thankfully my team committed. And it worked out. So this game, you can kind of like see some of the mistakes that I make, but it's just because my team is just not patient enough and they're randomly fighting, and that's something that will happen. But usually in lower relos, not in Master though, you will have less of this, and you will have time to like get the right fights, and I feel like it's slightly easier sometimes. But these are the moments in the late game where it's really important to make the right decision. Or communicate, right? So now we have 3 games left. The earlier games were played in like 200 LP. This one now we are up in 500. So slightly higher MMR. And we'll be looking at this one here. I get tilted this game now. But again, ask for the stack. You can see they go with my blue buff here. Again, right? So in high reload, like you can make the argument that we should maybe just stack here, because it is more likely that they're going to come there, but I just want to cover my red. I don't care. Right? But if there was one adaptation I would maybe do here, it would be just stack topside. Now in hindsight, because more often before would they invade my red, but now it seems like they're invading my blue. And here again, asking for vision, right? I asked my Tryndamere to ward here. He didn't. And what happens? Talon starts my top side. And although I don't know this, why I want this ward is because a lot of the time, especially when it comes to champions like Talon, Kindred, or whatever, they will look to cross jungle. Like split the map, right? So he will do his red, whatever, then he'll come over here to do this. But I don't want to do that because, again, it is really bad. But I could do this here. I could split jungle. If I had vision here, I could definitely look for this. But what will often happen is that this Talon will ask for jungle vision of his own. His team will comply. And then you'll get completely fucked, right? I go here. I'm tilted now. At the Tryndamere. So at this point here, I'm kind of like frustrated. Go for the Senna, get her. And I take the Scuttle first, because I'm like, okay, well, I can't really contest. Bot lane's coming back. But I know that I'm most likely going to get double Scuttle, so it's not like too bad. But I'm still like extremely annoyed with this Tryndamere. I made a mistake here again. But like this is one of the weird situations of how to play this. Because I know the Elise is most likely there. I don't have a ward though because I have it on cooldown. And I could throw my W, right? But for me, I thought I'd walk in there, just auto-attack her once and get away, right? We can see obviously that like Wing and she gets a healing there. So I expected her to be lower. But then I see she's more HP. And then she obviously heals a bit here too, I think. So instead of being one attack, she ends up living. So an unfortunate sequence, because my problem there is if I W that bush and she's not there, then I show myself and then I'm most likely going to get collapsed on. But if I walk in there, just auto attack her if she's there, if I see that she's there, then I know that I'm going to kill her, so I know I'm going to get a reset. But if I just throw the W and she's not there, then I'm most likely just going to die. Right? So overall, I would just say unlucky. It's just like a greed call. I mean, I should be able to kill her though. It's just unfortunate I didn't have a ward or anything as well. Right. Continuing the game. Still hinting a bit. Still frustrated with the Tryndamere. Talon is a jungler though that you have to be very careful of, because he will oftentimes try and invade you and take your shit. And I kind of know that he's some dragon here, so I'm just taking 1 or 2 of these. But then Ari comes, so I feel confident taking the last one. And it doesn't work out, right? And this is oftentimes why I say, or I haven't said this before, but in coaching sessions, I will say that void grubs or whatever is like complementary. Like if you can take one, you can take it, right? So I got the second one here, and then I should have left. Because then I would have got my jungle, maybe this, but Talon probably invade me, so I'd maybe take this and stand somewhere safe. Like I'd take this, stand here, take that, see if Talon's coming, and then I'd probably have to just walk away, right? So you can really see the danger of like overcommitting on neutral camps. And I don't remember if it was just this game or if it was another one where it happened to. Slight misplay here. But again, Shen ults, whatever. Lucian gets killed. I think it's fine. Like in terms of like gameplay or how well I could play, I would definitely rate this on the lower end. Because there was a lot of frustration in this game, as I said. But now he's back to farming again. We have lost 1 dragon. I'm currently at 1 item, so I'm kind of strong. And I misplayed here again. But I got her. Give the dragon. Keep farming. Look for a pick-off. We get it. And the thing that I'm kind of doing here with this farming is that when our team is losing, what will often happen is that my jungle camps will be taken. So I'll just try and farm as much as I can before that happens. And I'm also just trying to stabilize again. Right? Getting my 1 or 2 items and then try and look for something. Don't continuously like fall and die and do stupid shit. Even though I did do that this game. But now I'm even more so focused on farming. My laners are not doing too bad, right? And they shouldn't be spam dying. So I have time to like stabilize here. So farming a lot when you're ahead just means keeping a lead. When you're behind, farming a lot means stabilizing, right? It is multi-functional. Back to objectives. Dragon is spawning. Obviously want that. Kelly is dead, so it's looking fine. Instantly the dragon. Don't chase anyone. At the Khan. And now the game is good again. But I'm still slightly tilted. And a lot of this just comes from that early game. And in the next game, you will also get to see how badly things can get when this happens. And the outcome of it, right? And I understand that some people will want to know, well, what could you have done differently? Right? That's obviously something I could look at too. But it is very hard to do both in these kind of videos where I'm covering a lot of games. So I'd rather just focus on the things that's going bad here, what you want to do and why you want to do it. And then if we're doing an individual VOD review or something of one of my games or someone else's, then we can obviously focus on like what went wrong. But obviously, I think focusing on the general patterns is best. And you can see here I'm always staying on this dragon, like I'm not leaving it. This is my primary focus. This is a bit awkward because I couldn't go instantly, because if I ulted immediately, I would just get knocked by the plant, so I had to walk past the cone. I clicked here. I have no idea why. I pressed recall and I didn't touch my keyboard, but it clicked there randomly. I have no idea why. So I obviously ended up dying here. I get the hourglass here because Banshee doesn't really... I mean, it does do something too. But I felt like hourglass was the most immediate, like the best immediate item to get. That was talent. And then Banshee will obviously enable me to pick off champions and play a lot more aggressive, because at least won't be able to cocoon me then. But in terms of like being able to just stay alive and avoid the talent combo, hourglass is the first needed item here. Played a bit bad there too, but it didn't work out too badly. Lucian again, kind of just doing random shit and dying just like the last one. Now they're on Baron again, right? So I'm waiting a little bit again, allowing them to start it. I'm pretty sure we had vision. Oh no, we didn't. But I knew that I wouldn't immediately be dead. So I'm just taking my time waiting for Trinity to walk up. Hourglass there, walk back out. Back to farming. Dragon is spawning soon. 2 people are dead. Right. And then we look for the fight again. Now we should be able to Baron. I get some good damage off here. I still die though, but it is fine. I bought a potion here, I think. And I got my Banshee now, so like now I'm like really online. Swifties this game, I think I didn't pay attention to my boots every single game. I could have commented on that if I did. But I'm pretty sure I went Swifties in most of them. Then we just go for an end. Trinity did end up doing well though, but instantly, like early game, I think he did really bad. That ward would not have hurt him at all. So, yeah. Let's jump into this one. Another game where we'll kind of see that getting punished. Oof. There are times where your team will not stack as well, by the way. It hasn't happened to me these games though. Especially not that much. I know an Annie or something was AFK one game, but generally speaking, it was fine. But if your team is not coming, give them individual pings, assist on them, and say come. Like you really have to work with them to like make them do it. And if they refuse, then of course just dismiss them. Like don't gank them most of the time. If you can, sure, but know that this person is someone that might not want to cooperate and they might troll you, right? So we stack here, they don't come. I asked my bot lane to ward my blue again. I said ward it. I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if I pinged it. I might. No. But yeah. So in hindsight, I definitely could have been more aggressive here on the ping as well. Be like ward, right? But I did type it. And the smear did acknowledge that they should have done it, right? But we can see what happens here. I go for my clear. As usual, Echo takes Raptors. And then he goes for my blue. I don't know this though, because I don't have vision. Not from Akali on Raptors here or my team, right? So like, it is something you need. I come here though, and I take my red, or like I go to take my Raptors, whoops, and I see him. Now it's dawned on me. He dies though, which you can say is good, but I'm still annoyed. I'm like, okay, fuck it. What do I do now? I'm fucked. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just do Scuttle. And at this point, I'm like, yeah, surely, like, if he's smart, or like, if he's normal, he would have just gone topside there, gone for that clear. And I go check this, it's not there. Then I ward that. Oh, that's how they see me. Because I thought they warded this. So I waited for the minions pass and everything. But if I would have just gone instantly, I would have been caught. Yeah, you can see the bot lane rotates here. But normally, in these kind of situations, this is what you want to do. You just want to do slightly better. You don't want to be caught by these waves, so really pay attention that they have passed the point where they can get vision when you come down here. Right? Again, I'm suspecting of Echo being everywhere here. He warded this, I know he's done that, I'll ping him missing. So I'm just really annoyed. And Echo gets plays game here. I can't really do anything now. I'm down in levels. I'm really weak now. Because I don't get good recoil. It's like all this early game. All credit. I took that out of spite. Echo goes my red here. I'm pretty sure I pinged even. I don't even know. Yeah. All of this just goes back to the early game though. But it's like, if you take emotions outside, I could play this better. I could spoil him. I could W, play more cautious. Buy pink quad maybe, if I had money, right? We can look at that quickly. Before when I'm in base, yeah. Let's take a look. If I could, then I will definitely take more blame. No, I couldn't. Yeah. I don't think it's worth not getting these items to get a pink quad though. But I did spot him there. It's like, I think I did everything I could. Other than maybe like just going here and throwing a W into this bush. I think that's the best play. And then after that, I would not take the red. I would go up here, take the Krugs first, and then go back down on red. Or alternatively ping as well. Yeah. It is good to buy pink though, put it here, or put it in your jungle here, because it will also prevent these kind of situations. And this is something that will happen. I do get my... What? Oh yeah, I do get my red. I'm just flashing for it, like, I don't know how... Oh, because it's a shield, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah. Slightly frustrated still. Doing some in plays. It's best to avoid these if you can. Just try and play safe, because you can see it works out eventually, right? But the entire early game is more in Echo's power because of what he did. And I'm always like lagging behind. And there are things, of course, you could do potentially to like be one step ahead again, or like anticipate what he's gonna do. By, as I said, like buying a pink ward or something, being more cautious, Wing, checking, whatever. But yeah. Minimize deaths, heavy emphasis on focus, once again on farming, right? Some in play here again, I think, but it works out. I'm just tilted though, everyone. Akali's tilted because of the bot lane or on B, but I'm tilted because of our bot lane, so like we have two people that are just extremely frustrated, yeah. And like, it's not like I'm 1v9ing these games either, don't get it twisted. Like, my team is obviously doing things and they're playing like relatively well, right? I'm in no way, shape or form like the solo carry here. But I do think that my presence in most games is quite strong. Right. Take dragons when available. Sometimes if that means you skip camps because you're in a time where your team or everyone is in place, if you have tempo to do it in that sense, then do that, right? Play for spikes. It's probably going to be a Banshee this game. I don't see why I'd get an Hourglass. Banshee again prevents Braum from being able to do anything. I engaged this Atacon. I started before my team's even there just to show them like, hey, I really want to do this. My Chimera starts trolling me there. Because I needed my Banshee before this fight, right? And she took the red. So I ult this out of tilt again. But like, I could have pinged my Banshee and said I needed it. If she was still took it, she's just a piece of shit. Right? But I recall here. There's no need to take this fight because I need to recall. I'm getting my Banshee. I don't care. Right? So even though I did all of that bad, Chimera's the one that eventually entered there. Could I have done something different? Could I have still been there and won this fight? Probably. Is it like 100% the right call or the right thing to do? No, really, no, it's not. But is it what would have worked in this situation here? Yeah. But that's just the nature of solo queue. Banshee again, really nice here because of the rare sold as well. Back to farming again. Take my bot side, and then depending on timer, if it's Baron or something, then we can look for that. If not, then Dragon is probably spawning soon, and we'll be looking for that, right? You don't want to overforce something, you want to do things that you're comfortable with. If you don't feel like you can do Dragons or Baron something, or Baron especially, or Atacon, then you can look for some smaller fights, because those small fights could create a situation where you can do Baron, such as this one, right? But I'm getting gold for item again, I think. And now I'm actually joining the fight instead of just getting my spike. It's the adaptation I talked about, right? Because, again, I don't think that fight is like perfect. And it is definitely like, because they did something. Like, they randomly engaged when they didn't have to. Because we have Barons, so we have to just push and set up something. It's like they obviously started like what is quote-unquote not the best fight. But it obviously still works out. But like, you can play that in so many different ways. But alright. Getting to the last game here. I'm against the Kindred. I would have loved to go AP here. AP is much better against Kindred than AD. But because we have a Carver's bot lane. And tanks for the most part. I felt like I didn't want to fuck up my Carvers. So I went AD. I could probably go AP here anyway though, because Shen and Sion does deal a good amount of physical damage. Again, asking for the stack though. And again, asking for the ward on blue. If you all have watched my earlier gameplay of Twitch Jungle, you would know that I didn't use the Asp for this ward. And this has been kind of an adaptation of things that has happened. Just like I said, like the adaptation of like they're invading my top side now if I'm on blue side. But I do consider this one to be necessary now. I do consider this to be necessary. I don't consider here going necessary, right? But he did get the ward there, so we could have waited a little bit longer, because then we would have got whoever came. I was a bit hesitant here, because I'm like, fuck, okay, if they're doing this, maybe I should just go there then. But then my team collapsed, I'm like, okay, it's in good hands. But if the Lux would have joined earlier, maybe it wouldn't have worked out. And then me being there would have been good, right? But again, this works out. They say my blue buff. I'm happy. They're happy. We're all happy. No one hates us playing our team. So now I can just be happy, take my jungle. Still have to be careful though, because Kindred could be tilted here. So even though it might be a bad idea for her to come here, her tilt could lead to her coming here. Sometimes people will rage invade, and you have to be careful of that. So I'm staying in the bush even longer there, waiting for my team, whatever. Just being cautious of it, right? Look for summoning here, see if we can get them because they ping no summoners or whatever. So I overcommit on this. Check if she's there. She's not. Opening on top, gank him. Back to farming again. When green's might here, I could probably go red too. I don't think there's anything wrong with either. But I'm putting some more hope into green smite again, and I'm kind of believing in that a bit more now. Get here in time. I want to talk about this though. Because there will be times where, such as me now, where you will spot Kindred coming. Here, right? And I'm still on this camp, but it's almost dead. But if I would have just started this camp now, I should not finish it. I should go immediately, right? But since I'm so close to finishing it, I'm like, might as well, right? But it is extremely important when things like this happen or you see the jungler coming, that you just leave your camp or your hope. You have to pay attention to this. Don't always just sit in a camp. Now they're low again. I could take my top side here. But we're at a point where I'm like, okay, well, shit just happened and whatever. Kindred most likely will not be here. I always stay, get Kaiser's flash. She gets tilted. And now I'm like, okay. Kaiser has to recall. We have presence. Let's just get the dragon. There is a real chance that Kaiser Kindred would take my top side, but overall I would be fine with this trade. Right. And I also do feel very confident in winning this smite fight if that were to happen. So, because of the fact that I assume that Kindred might have been there, I took the blue first, but then I'm like, okay, fuck yeah. I'm like just thinking in real time here. Because I think I saw Kindred bot side or something. And here again, right? Bad call. Which is why I say void grubs are like complementary. You should not just force them. You cannot force them. I spotted Kindred bots, so I was like, okay, I'll just do this. Fuck yeah. But no. It would have been much better in every world for me to just recall. It was extremely greedy. We killed dragon, there's no pressure on the map, like our bot in's winning. So like I have time to do whatever I want. I could full clear there, I could go top, I could do whatever I want. But again, primary focus or like heavy focus on farming, right? So I shouldn't have gone there, I should have just full cleared. I could have even cleared bot again, recalled. But then there's a situation here where my top lane needed help, so I helped him out. But anything but what I just did on those grubs would have been a better call. 100%. And it's not even like hindsight. It was just stupid of me. Even if I would have got them, I don't think it would have been worth. Because so many of my camps are up. And I had no recall. It was just... I didn't have any odds in my favor at all. Dragon again, pulling it out. I want to have vision on both sides in case I'm getting collapsed on right, because I want to avoid that. I see that they're both coming there, so I start pulling it away again. There is a real chance that Kindred will try to steal with this, but luckily again, I feel confident in winning this smite. Big smite, E smite. But I think I did it quite poorly there again, I haven't played it that much, but usually I will win every single smite fight. Versus everyone. If I have my poison stacked. Int. But I just got greedy. Like, look, okay. I shouldn't break this. I should have like seen this. Like, it is good. You can take like a second or two more, just see what happens. Same thing with the echo here, right? But the only mistake I really did here is use my E. So just brain lag. Because if I saved my E, I'm pretty sure I killed both. And also if I just committed to walking into the circle. But I was really conflicted. But yeah, there's so many situations here where I have no idea what the Kindred even did. But this could have worked out. I just shouldn't have used my E. It is the number one thing versus Kindred. Save your E. It is the same reason why Kindred's K ult is centered around the E. Because you stack the mark in the ulti and then you proc it as the ult ends and then you win. Right? It is kind of the thing that gives Kindred advantage with her ulti. Because it would suck if Kindred didn't have like some extra damage or something that she could stack, because it would give a lot of our champions an edge in her ult. Right? But Twitch definitely has an advantage too. Like if you save your E, it's going to be roughly the same damage. Of course, Kindred I think is XQ damage, but yeah. I kind of had a suspicion here. Or something. Otherwise, it would have been up here. Because again, you don't want to be sitting towards bushes like this. It is bad. You genuinely want to like play towards where you have vision in all ends. Yeah. Get the feedbacks for that. And my build this game is kind of troll. I just wanted to do it. Let's just make that clear. But yeah. Dragon is spawning soon. Hopefully get my item here. I'm not sure what happens exactly. But Dragon is definitely the play. Get my Hullbreaker. Yeah. Bit miscommunication there. I think that Shen committed a bit too early. With the ulti, we had different plans there. Then Atakan spawns. We get that too, because they go for that for some reason. Then it's back to farming again. Now I just want to get my Hurricane. So I'll take my camps because that's guaranteed gold. And then if someone needs help or something needs done, then I obviously do that. But again, primary goal, get Hurricane. Got my Hurricane now. And a pink wad. So now we can look for the dragon. I'm really strong now. I have Hurricane. Again, I feel confident winning the smite, so I don't really pull it or anything. Like, there are a few champions where I think you'd lose, like Lee Sin maybe or something, where it's like more risky. But again, generally speaking, I feel confident, so I don't really think about it too much. So the only reason I'll pull it or something will be because there's a threat. Bad flash here. I just got a bit passionate. Yeah, I felt surprisingly tanky. Now, Baron is a possible play, but I would like to get some more items here. I don't... Okay, and we go for the Baron. We get it. If there is an opening, you can of course take it. You just have to kind of like feel that out though. But you don't want to force Baron or something like we did here unless you feel that opening. I'm still strong, we had vision, so it just really all depends. And I do have like a relative spike, but I would obviously like to get TMA or something as well before those kind of fights. And then the game ends. There were some key moments here I want to talk about though. This dragon here is an example. I think. No, this dragon. Because at this point, we're at a point where we're winning so hard. So if you like full commit for dragon here, there is a real chance that they will just trade Baron for dragon. Right? Because of this whole point. But they might just try and do Baron. And you can see that they cannot do that, but then the puppy goes up here in wards and we have vision. So they can't do that anymore. You have to be aware of like these trades where people try and make trades, like trade Baron for Dragon or something. And when you're the jungler, you're oftentimes wanting control of that. Wait, so where was the other player I had then? There was a fight here. Oh yeah, it's this one. Look how tanky I am. But yeah, I don't really have much more to add there. You can see a clear pattern here though. And that's what's important. You want to just see the pattern. Individual play something is not so important. Because that's a lot harder to follow. But you want to like follow these general like guidelines here that I'm doing in these games. And that is what I think will give you the most success. Of course you can get creative with it always, right? You can gank go wherever you want if you feel like you want to do that. But generally speaking, I think this is a very good recipe. So that is what I'm sharing with you guys today. This is of course with Atkan enabled too. And hope you guys continue to have a good morning, night, one like that. And yeah, take care. Peace.